what I'm gonna do next is I am going to do a pour. This right here, I have this really cool thing from a school that they were throwing it away, so I use this as my drying rack. See, I take one of these out, I put something to protect this from. I have a lid. Oops, sorry. I like to keep my drippings from my paints. And so that's why I keep this. And then also easier cleanup. So we have a lid. You have the option of doing a canvas or a canvas board. Sometimes people have problems with the canvas boards warping. Or you can use like an actual canvas. This is a 4x. Oh, maybe it's a. This is a little tile, and I know that it's. You'd think, oh, paint's not going to stick on that; it's going to all wipe off. But that is not the case. It dries nicely, and it does not come off. You don't have to do anything to it. You just have to wipe the dust off. This right here was a mess up. So I didn't mind checking to see. It just doesn't wipe off. It doesn't scratch off. I'm trying really hard. It's not coming off. So you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to prep this tile in any way, shape, or form before you pour on it. So you need something to hold your substrate up off of the table. Because once it starts dripping, it gets really super messy, as you can see down here. I use these little cups right here, and I mix all my stuff beforehand into these containers. So I shake it up, I pour it in to a cup. Then I'm gonna pick purple, shake it up. I don't have issues with bubbles. Pour it into the cup. And then I'm gonna use some of this teal right here that I just recently made. Pour it into a cup. Okay, now you have the choice of adding rubbing alcohol or a silicone. People use like anti-frizz hair conditioner kind of stuff in it. There's lots and lots of stuff that you can use for this. I'm shaking my silicone up, putting 2 squirts into the color. Okay, now I'm going to mix the silicone in to the cup, into the paint. Okay, clean that off. I've got tons and tons of rags everywhere with tons and tons of paint on them at all times. Okay, mixing my purple. I actually think this purple is a little thicker than I want it. So I'm going to add the slightest bit of water. And when I was pouring out this red too, it seemed a little bit thick. So pouring in some water into that. So stir, stirring in the silicone and the water to thin this out a little bit better, because I felt like it was too thick. Okay, now I'm moving to the red, add a little water, and I added silicone to this because I thought it also was a little bit thick. Because I pre-mix my stuff, sometimes it dries a little bit. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have an empty cup, and I'm going to pour white, pre-mixed white, and then I'm going to add the other colors totally at my discretion, at your discretion, however you want to do it, that I already added the silicone to. I do not add silicone to the white. Add a little bit more white to it. Okay. Now I'm going to move the camera over here to pour onto this tile. Okay. So I take the tile or canvas, but in this case tile, put it over my cup, flip my cup, put it onto the top, and then wait a second, and then lift. And you can see cells popping up right there, right there. I'm going to just break that tension and bring it to the edges before I start tilting, because that way it'll tilt a little bit more evenly. Alright, now slow and steady wins the race. And I know my kids get tired of hearing that, so I tell them that all the time. And then you tilt. Okay, now I lost some of my cool color by tilting, and my white kind of took over a little bit. So I'm going to keep tilting to try to get some of this color back. Okay, now a lot of people use a torch to get the cells to pop up. I do not. And I know I already said that. This time I'm going to use, I got a little spray bottle, and I've got rubbing alcohol in there. And I'm going to just spray it real fast. Oh, it didn't show up very good. Went out of focus. There we go. And when I spray it, you can see some of the other cells popping up. And that is my favorite way to get them to pop up. Even though they're itty bitty, it still adds lots of interest. Also, another favorite tool that I use is a straw. I really like this one the way it is at this moment, but you blow with the straw and it creates cool effects too. And it helps pop cells up. And I'm going to do a quick spray with the rubbing alcohol. And you can see what it's doing there. And you can add rubbing alcohol to your paints instead of the step where I added the latex. I mean the silicone latex. But I guarantee if you walk around your house, look in your garage, you already have most of the supplies to do this. You probably don't have Floetrol. And you don't want to use, you do not want to use apple barrel white acrylic paint. It is not the one that you want to use. You can use all the rest of the colors if you need to, and you're just wanting to get started and start practicing. But, or other cheap craft paints. But don't use this one. Invest in a good white. Otherwise, you're not going to get wonderful results. And there you go. That's my short video.